Before the scroll unfurls, before the flame flickers, there was a silence, a breath held between worlds. The library housed a book as tall as Anselm's arm and as thick as the span of his fingers. Each page was elegantly illustrated by scribes long dead. Anselm ran a finger down the edge of a list of wardens who had preceded him. Wardens who had given their lives for the dagger at his hip. A few names stood out, partly from memory, partly from the gold that outlined their names. Warden of Thresholds died 100 years ago. No name on that line, just the title given to him by the scribes. Further back, the Warden of Hunger, and even further, the Warden of Silence. There were more, but these three, these Anselm knew best. He'd read their stories over and over, for history, for inspiration. He'd read them out of boredom on long nightly vigils. He'd read them again and felt their presence as old friends, offering support. He closed the book gently. It would not matter soon. The book, like everything else in this tower, would be buried, part of the rubble that would protect the dagger. They could all feel it, a heaviness in the air, a tenseness, the quiet calm before a storm that would change the face of the world. Well, his little corner of it anyway, the only world he had ever known. He locked the shutters on the windows, blew out the last candle in the library before stepping into the hallway. The air around him changed from musty paper and old beeswax to cold stone. The door shut behind him with a quiet thump. Something was coming, and the waiting made his bones ache. The smithy was dark and cold. He'd never felt the heat from the forge, or heard the sizzle of metal thrust into the quench. He'd read the histories, the stories. He knew the theory of how it would work, but he also knew he didn't have the training or the stamina anymore. That didn't stop him from coming here and looking at the dusty, rusting tools. He drew the dagger from the plain leather sheath and lay it on the anvil. He didn't see the small poof of dust disturbed by the dagger that tickled his nose. He was already imagining the ringing of metal on metal as hammer struck hot iron, slowly shaping it from nothing into a symbol. His mind drifted, as it often did here, to a time when the smithy would have been alive, hot, hungry, and busy. He could hear the voices as someone would call out to the smith, the whoosh of the bellows as they pushed air into the forge, and he could almost feel the heat as the air fanned the flames. This is where the dagger was born. It didn't change much, just made the shard more portable, but it changed everything. The shard that they protected became a war cry, a ritual, a portable reminder of what they protected. It became the heart and soul of the Wardens. He gently brushed the dust off of the dagger before sliding it home in its sheath. He could feel the cold in the blade, almost as if it had leached it from the lifeless anvil. A heaviness hung over the tower and at his hip. The waiting gnawed at him. The scroll fades, but the flame endures. This has been a character narration by AWDD. If you would like your character's backstory handwritten in a way that embodies your character, please visit our Etsy store, AWDD Legacies.